This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the censored candidate for state representative by those idiot, stupid, Republican-based idiots. Yeah, where am I at? Oh, started. Hey, I think I'm Bob Romanik. I checked my driver's license today, and I am the Grim Reaper of radio, which means nothing's good gonna come out of this show. And you are listening. If you don't know, you ain't listening to damn Disney Channel. You're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM. Simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting. America's bi-state voice of freedom. Radical radio. But more important, we are the guardian of the First Amendment. You hear that, you stupid idiot, no-count, good-for-nothing, low-life, rotten bastard Doug? I'd rather go to Springfield and get charged with domestic battery than do anything else. Jameson, the leader of the St. Clair County Republican Organization, Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be censored by the St. Clair County Republican Organization, but more proud to be the Patriot. Hell, I was reading all these articles last night, having a good time. I didn't even take my medication. I'm off my medication today, and I'm glad I am. We'll take care of our housekeeping momentarily if I can find it. Let's take care of the housekeeping, get that out of the way, and then I was censured by the St. Clair County Republican Party. That's like being censored by Adolf Hitler, by Mussolini. I don't give a damn. These ignorant, stupid son of a bitches. See, number one, they think that I give a damn. And that's their first mistake. And the second mistake is, how do I politically correctly say this? Second mistake, they piss me off. And that's the biggest mistake they could make, but we'll get to that momentarily. Luncheon at the Legion, every Monday through Friday. Dine in or carry out, lunch from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it's great food there at the O'Fallon, Illinois American Legion, located at 109 North Penn Street in O'Fallon. And we want to thank you, good people from O'Fallon. Got a lot of O'Fallon Republicans called up, supporting me, supporting our cause. And we'll get to that, but thank you, good people out there. Leesman Funeral Home. We'll kill this tomorrow, but we still want to talk about that beautiful little lady, Emily Ross Perrin, who was allegedly suffocated by her mother. Leesman Funeral Home in Dupo. They've made sure all the bills were paid, but this little lady had 6 siblings, and I don't know if there's anyone to take care of them, so they're asking for donations. So anyone that feels like they can help, please, donations may be sent to Leesman Funeral Home, Post Office Box 36, Dupo, Illinois, and we'll be getting a check out. And I challenge everybody that's got a few bucks, because here, said it every day, wouldn't you rather be sending a few dollars to these poor people for the loss of their daughter, their child, than them sending you money? Think about it, people. That's Leesman Funeral Home. You can contact them at 618-286-4511. A-Night Shriners Drum and Bugle Corps Spring Exhibition with the special guest, the O'Fallon Jazz Band, the Jazz Ensemble, to be held this Saturday, April the 23rd at 7 p.m. It'll be held at the Scottish Rite Auditorium, 1549 Frank Scott Parkway West in Belleville. For tickets, you can contact the Shriners at 618-874-1870. And please do, because these guys do great for not just their children, but all of our children. The American Legion Belleville Post 1937 having their meat, shoot, and wheel raffle on Sunday, April the 24th at TR's Place, located at 4901 Concordia Church Road in Belleville. Any information, you can contact Commander Jim Forbes at 409-1212. Don't forget our good little buddy, Zach Woods. He's from Donaldson, Illinois. He's the child that has the asthma attacks, and the cost of his injection is over $2,000 a month. Zach's parents are unable to afford the out-of-pocket costs, so anyone who would like to help Zach, you can call Stephanie Woods at 217-556-3470. The Millstadt Senior Citizen big old bag and jewelry sale coming up this Friday and Saturday. I guess it's next Friday and Saturday, I'm sorry, April the 29th and 30th. They'll also have a special wine and cheese party Friday night, April the 29th from 5 to 7 p.m. All the donations will go to Meals on Wheels. You can contact the good people at 618-476-3731. And I want to thank the Executive Director, Patty Evansko, for all they do out there for the good people of Millstadt. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and the Grim Reaper of Radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com, one word, common spelling, for the best of all three of our stations. You can hear my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m., Monday through Friday, and now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night at the stroke of midnight. You can also like us on Facebook, KQQZ 1190 AM, KZQZ 1430 AM. You can like me. I don't know why you would, but you can like me on the Fans of the Grim Reaper of Radio. And I'm back in the game only because I can't let these son of a bitches just screw us all. I'm going to have to fight the fight, and I hope you good people, not the politicians, but the rank and file, the decent people of St. Clair County, I hope you get behind us so we can destroy this culture of corruption that's been destroying us for the last 50 years. On this date, April the 21st, 1789, John Adams was sworn in as the first United States Vice President. On this date, April the 21st, 1828, Noah Webster's Dictionary of the English Language was first published, and as you hear me, you know I apparently never read it. On this date, April the 21st, 1878, the first firehouse pole was installed in New York. April the 21st, 1986, a vault in Chicago's Lexington Hotel that was linked to Al Capone was opened during a live TV special hosted by Geraldo Rivera. Aside from a few bottles and a sign, the vault was empty. I remember that. How embarrassing. Not as embarrassing when I get up in the morning and look at myself naked in the mirror, but pretty embarrassing. On this date, April the 21st, 1995, the FBI arrested Timothy McVeigh, who was charged in connection with the Oklahoma City bombing 2 days earlier. What a piece of crap that bastard was. On this date, April the 21st, 2008, the United States Air Force retired their F-117 Nighthawk. That's what happened on this date, April the 21st, throughout all these years in our world's history. Hey, Jerome, I want to thank you for the emails and all the jokes about Patty Sprague, but most of them aren't very funny. Let me see here. Patty Sprague is so fat, her blood type is Rocky Road. Patty Sprague is so fat, when she went to KFC to get a bucket of chicken, they asked what size she you know, these jokes are so pathetic, they are funny. What size she wanted, and she said the one on the roof. I don't get this one. Patty Sprague is so fat, she got a bath from the cooking channel. He must be high on some kind.
Funny.
Yeah. Last but not least, Patty Sprague is so fat, she can hear bacon cooking in Canada. I don't understand. Hey, but Jerome, hey, thanks a lot. I also want to say hi to Granny. She used to be a cook at the old Hi-Ho. She listens all the time, and I want to say what a great lady. And thank you, hon, for taking the time to listen. So I'm going to start on my crap first, or somebody else's crap. Let's start on my crap first. Roger Cook may be coming in, and Roger's on the road, and Roger's a Christian, as everybody knows. Sometimes he doesn't like to sit in with me because he doesn't always agree with me. I mean, we agree politically. We have to get rid of this culture of corruption, but I don't think he always agrees with my language. But, I mean, he's an American, and he knows I have every right to express myself as he does and everybody else does. And it's a shame that some people don't think that way. But so we'll talk about my situation. We want to talk about the Army Corps of Engineers. Hopefully Roger will get in and we can talk about these guys in St. Clair County are begging. Come on, give us a break. Give us another chance. Hell, they've had 50 years of corruption. The Army Corps of Engineers defends the NGA site selection. Now, I'd much rather believe what the Army Corps of Engineers says than the local boys, the Spragues, the Kern, the Bear Civics. They're scrambling. They don't know what to do. They've got that debacle with the airport. Now they've got this, the loss of this. They're going to be devastated come November, and I think they know that. But anyway, I'm not quite so devastated, but I appreciate the publicity. You guys, and I usually don't say go to the newspaper, but you can go to the newspaper. They've got a video of me interviewing me, and also you can get the video on our Facebook, St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook, where I'm talking about these ass wiping. Let me tell you, I'm not talking about the rank and file. I'm not talking about the proud Republicans in St. Clair County. I'm talking about the 8 or 10 ass wipes that have commandeered the Republican Party, commandeered this Republican Party. And there is no Republican Party in St. Clair County. They haven't been successful in 50 years. And it's because of ass wipes like Doug Jamison, the St. Clair County Republican chairman, like Bar Viviano, a hypocritical, no-count, good-for-nothing, do-nothing lady, and I'll say lady. But see, if I'd have called her a bitch, I would be calling her a bitch, not the nice ladies. That's like Trump. Trump gets on a couple ladies' asses about stuff, and then they flip the script and say, oh, he don't like women. Hell, I love women. I just don't like some hypocritical ladies like Mary Thurman. They sit there like they're the kings and queens of the Republican Party. They have ran every decent Republican out. There's no Republican organization. There's a few Republican elitists in the O'Fallon area, but I don't want to cast a bad light on the true Republicans in O'Fallon because there's a lot of great Republicans, great people, ordinary, normal, good-working, hard-working people that are Republicans in the O'Fallon area. Let's separate them from this little group, this little elitist group. But anyway, got to get the paper. Local Republican censure state rep candidate Romanik. Now, and I said this, they're citing use of profane language, verbal abuse towards candidate, and an ignorant bastard here, support of Democratic precinct committeemen. They've censored me. We got to work with the Democrats. We got to work with the independents. We got to work with everybody. What the hell is this idiot that's running the Republican Party mad at me because he don't have the guts, the money, the know-how to go down to East St. Louis and try to get support? I've been down to East St. Louis. The St. Clair County Freedom Coalition is united with some strong Democrats in East St. Louis, and these guys are going to remain Democrats, the New Vision Democrats. But they're going to unite with us to destroy this culture of corruption. We have to support the people that are supporting us. I don't know where this idiot, well, I know where he came from. He came from Springfield, Illinois, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But they're mad at me because I'm rallying the troops down in East St. Louis, in Cahokia, in Washington Park, to unite with us, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, to get rid of the Democratic culture of corruption in St. Clair County. And when I say get rid of the Democratic culture of corruption, I'm not talking about the good Democrats. There's so many good Democrats in St. Clair County, so many good Republicans. It's the two organizations, the St. Clair County Democratic Central Committee and the St. Clair County Republican organization. These are the bad guys. These are the evil son of a bitches. They want to organize so they can benefit. They don't want us to organize. They don't want the vast majority, the 95%ers, to organize because we'll throw their asses out. And that's what we're doing. This is a patriotic movement. This is not a political organization, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. We want to see justice done. We want to see people to get in these offices, not perfect people, because I'm far from being perfect. But I'll tell you what, I'm the perfect warrior, because I don't give a damn about these son of a bitches. Democrats are Republicans, and I'm talking about the leadership. You know, when you're on a quest, sometime you win, sometime you lose when you're fighting a cause. But see, I'm not fighting a cause. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to destroy these son of a bitches. Remember what I said yesterday? I'm becoming more religious as days go on. Political vengeance is mine, saith Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper. I don't give a damn if I lose as long as I take these son of a bitches down with me. How many political people have you ever heard say they don't care if they lose? I don't care if I lose. I promise you that. I care about making a difference. And if taking these bastards down and I go down with them, if that's what it takes to make a difference, I'm ready to sacrifice. I'm ready to sacrifice my money, my time, my effort, and probably my body, because some bitch going to shoot me. I've been threatened so many. Wish I had $1 for every time I was threatened. Hell, I'd never have to work another day in my life. But see, I'm too old to give a damn. This is a legacy I'm leaving for my son and me. I'm going to make a difference in St. Clair County, no matter what anybody says about Bob Romanik. They'll never be able to say that I didn't make a difference, that I didn't expose these rotten bastards. And if that's my claim to fame, I'll take it. I can be the no-goodest son of a bitch in town. But if people say, hey, oh, but by the way, he helped stop this culture of corruption. He helped a better way of life in St. Clair County. I'll take that. I'll take that to my grave, and I'll be the happiest son of a bitch in town. But anyway, who the hell are these son of a bitches? Doug Jameson, Barb Viviano, John West, Mary Thurman. You complete idiot. And I must say, I got to apologize. I got to apologize to all the idiots of the world. They're not as stupid and clueless as Doug. I'd rather be charged with domestic violence in Springfield. Jameson, and I'm going to talk about his criminal record. I most certainly, I have helped out many decent Democrats, and I'll help them out again down in East St. Louis. When I help somebody, when I help bury somebody, and it's self-serving, and I don't want to say it, I don't ask if they're a Democrat or Republican. When somebody's sitting there needs some food down in East St. Louis, I don't ask if they're a Democrat or Republican. And I certainly don't ask the poor dogs that I feed, the strays, if they're Democrats or Republicans. Doesn't make any difference. But I'm the no-good son of a bitch. See, and I am. Here, people that are against me don't have to keep telling me or writing about me. I am a no-good son of a bitch. That's a given. I'm a low-life bastard. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be a low-life bastard that makes a difference. That's a difference between me and these rotten low-life bastards. They want to take care of themselves. I want to take care of this community. But for Doug Jameson, now the Republicans say here, as part of the censure, the Republican committee says, will not support nor endorse Romanik's election. So I guess these idiots are endorsing my opponent. If they're not endorsing me, they got to be endorsing my opponent. What kind of Republican leadership is that? But I got to say, I may send you guys some money, but they don't want my money. Hey, Jameson, you took my $2,000 or $3,000 for the first dinner we had at Fisher's a few months back. You don't remember that? I've got the checks to prove it. I guarantee I got witnesses to prove it. But you don't want my money? I'm not going to give you any money, Jameson. But I certainly don't need your money. But they're not going to endorse Bob Romanik. And I want to thank them. I want the Republican people, the decent Republicans of St. Clair County to support me. Not the St. Clair County Republican organizations, those 8 or 10 ass-white bastards who think they're better than everybody, the elitist. I think that non-endorsement may win me the election because everybody knows how weak the St. Clair County Republican Party is. It's just like a little fraternal group. Got a couple guys, couple gals, and they sit around. Can't get you 20 votes. Won't donate $15, but they're the Republican organization. Well, I'm going to expose not the proud Republicans in St. Clair County, but the Republican organization of St. Clair County. And I don't want to cast a bad light on Governor Rauner, any of the Republican candidates in any other counties throughout the state. I think they're a bunch of good people. I'm talking about the renegade St. Clair County Republican Party with a couple renegades that don't know what the hell they're doing. But having said that, Romanik and his representatives will be denied attendance to any official meeting or event conducted by the St. Clair County Republican Central Committee. Well, hell, last time we were at an event, there was 200 people and 175 was the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. Do you think that bothers me? Hey, we're not going to let you come in here and have any spam and crackers. Hell no, we'll go eat steak, you idiots. Do we give a damn? And I don't know what you mean by his representatives. I don't know if that's everybody else on the ticket. If it is, I think the other candidates will be happy campers. Because I don't think, and I can't speak for them, I don't think they want to be part of this stupid group. Romanik's name will not appear on any official county GOP list of Republican candidates. Thank you so much. I thought they were against me. I think they're for me. The county GOP will make no financial contributions to Romanik's campaign. You idiots. Or accept You've already accepted it. Don't say you aren't political whores. You've already been screwed by me. I've already given you money to get screwed. So don't say you won't take any money. You've already taken it. Romanik said statements to be made in regards to Jameson are backed up. Jameson's saying, here, Jameson, you say I lied about your criminal record up in Sangamon County? I'm going to read it off here momentarily, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to challenge you, you idiot. If I'm lying, sue me. Of course, I've got enough money. I've got good insurance and good attorneys, but sue me if I'm wrong, if I'm lying about you. Because, see, if you don't, I'm going to cost you money, Jameson, because I'm talking with my attorney. I'm going to sue you for lying about you, lying about me, lying about you. Because I didn't lie about you. And I'm going to read this all off again. And I'm the bad guy? I'm not representing anybody in this election but Bob Romanik. I'm not representing Roger Cook. Our philosophy is vote the person, not the party. We just happen to get on this Republican bus because nobody else would get on it. Because Jameson had flattened the tires, run all the gas out, no muffler. Nobody wanted to get on Jameson's Republican bus. But we were not, as the Freedom Coalition, we were not going to let this go and not have any opposition. We didn't start the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. I didn't become a member to play politics. It was to make a difference, to expose everybody. But when nobody stepped up to the plate, we decided, hey, let's don't give the Democrats another free ride. If it hadn't been, you people look at the people on the Republican ballot. If it hadn't been for the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, there wouldn't be a ballot. There wouldn't be a Republican ballot. There's Democrats, there's Republicans, there's independents on that ticket. There's men, there's women, there's black, there's white. There's inner city and outer county people. And that's what our country should be. Should be made up of a little bit of everybody. That's what's great about this country. We can all participate. But for this Doug Jameson to censor me, this no good son of a bitch, and I said in the paper that the only reason we are running is because nobody would step up to the plate to fight the corruption. And he says that he's going to censor me. And I said in the paper, these few idiots who call themselves the St. Clair County Republican leaders of a very weak, very small, failed organization, a total disgrace to all the proud and productive true Republicans in St. Clair County. They can't censure me because these few idiots don't have the right. They don't have the power. And I did say only my constituents of the 114th Legislative District of Illinois can censure me by not voting for me. But see, people, they're telling you listen to them. They're like the Democrats. They're no better than the Democratic organization in St. Clair County. They're no better than the Democrats. And I'm not talking about the proud Democrats. I'm not talking about the proud Republicans. I'm talking about the organizational people, the culture of corruption on both sides of the aisle. But these no good son of a bitches. I told them I wouldn't want to be part of this Republican organization, and I had never been. I told you people from the get-go that I'm an independent. I'm not going to vote for everything Rauner wants if I'm elected. I'm not going to vote for everything Madigan wants if I'm elected. I'm going to vote for what the people of the 114th Legislative District want me to vote for. How novel is that? I'm not going up there to make friends. I don't want a penny. I'm not going to take a penny of money. I'm not greedy. I don't need it. We need to all cut back a little bit, and I'm going to do my fair share. But more than that, More than that, I'm going to let those bastards know on both sides of the aisle, that I'm up there to take care of my people. And my people are the people that put me in Springfield. Not the Republican Party, not the Democratic Party, but the party of the people. You know, I'm like a orphan. I fight in the Democrats, can't live in their house. Now the organized Republicans, not the proud Republicans, not the rank and file Republicans of St. Clair County, but the few elitist Republicans say I can't live in their house. Well, see, I don't want to live in the Democrats' house. I don't want to live in the Republicans' house. I want to live in the people's house. And that's where I'm going to go. I'll go to Springfield, to the House of Representatives, and I'll represent the people that sent me up there. Not a political organization on either side, not a corrupt political organization. We're going to come back and we're going to get into Doug Jamieson that said I lied. I'm going to give you all the facts, people, and I want to show you what a hypocritical small bunch of small people the St. Clair County Republican Party really is. We'll be back right after this break. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, your guardian of the First Amendment, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, as you have just witnessed, and I'm proud of it. America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. You know, I said a little bit earlier, and I mean this, with all the evil bastards, both Democrat and Republicans, I'm on a mission. I don't mind going down. I'm going to go down, people, but I'm going to drag them with me. And if that's my legacy, if that's my claim to fame, I'll take it. I'm already successful because I've had a good life. I was a good father. I've done for the community, so I don't need to do any more. And I'll go down with these rotten bastard son of a bitches, but I guarantee you, they can't threaten me. They can't hurt me. They can't do a damn thing to me. Because when you don't give a damn, it doesn't make any difference. So son of a bitches, Democrats and Republican leadership, not the rank and file, not the proud Democrats and Republicans of this county, but the evil, political, corrupt organization, both Democrat and Republican, come get me because I don't give a damn. But when you come, watch out. Because when you drown me politically, I'm going to grab onto your feet and you son of a bitches are coming right down for the count. I can promise you that. And this asswipe, Jamieson, he hasn't told anybody. We've been trying to get rid of him for the good of the Republican Party. People have called to Springfield, talked to the governor. There's a movement now to get rid of this asswipe. But he says, in its censor, Bob Romanik, the GOP said, Bob Romanik used profane language. Well, you know what? Occasionally I do, but I'll bet you those brave military heroes that died to give me the right to talk, I'll bet you sometime their language wasn't so good. I'll bet you on that. The hell with my language. It's my actions. And my actions are going to be to destroy these bastards. They can talk about me, what a bad, no good son of a bitch I am. They can talk about my language because they don't want to talk about them. But for Jamieson to say I verbally assaulted Ron Dupert, that's not true. We had a little verbal disagreement in a meeting because he was going to go back and tell Mary Thurman, Doug Jamieson, Barb Viviano, and John West what the hell we were doing. The little bitch boy, and he is a bitch boy. I'm surprised he's not wearing a dress. But, hey, Ron, weren't you censored? for some of the stuff you did in the last election? And let me tell you, Bear Civic, your opposition, is not my favorite person. But I know your background. Jameson must know your background, and I'm the one with no integrity after Jameson's been charged with domestic violence, been charged with not paying over $100,000 to support his kids. And this is not politically correct. And I may piss off some women, but it's wrong to hit a woman, but it's just as wrong to let your kids starve to the tune of $100,000. But I was censored. You were censored, Dupert. But I know, he says, my half-truths, vulgar, and destructive campaign of terror works to destroy anyone who does not agree with him. And that's not true. I give everybody a right to their opinion. I may yell and scream mine because that's how strong I feel about my opinion. And everybody else has a right to do the same thing. But my half-truths, my vulgarity, what the hell is wrong? What the hell is wrong when somebody tries to tell you how you can speak, what you can say? See, that's the way these political leaders on both sides of the aisle are. But Dupert, I just wonder, they tell me that the young black men of East St. Louis are having a rally to support you. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Dupert? The young black men of East St. Louis, the real young black men of East St. Louis, you've got some support from the young black men of East St. Louis? What the hell does that mean, Mr. Dupert? You guys want to play with me? Well, Mr. Dupert, I don't want you. Hey, I won't even go there right now. But they tell me, and we're trying to find it, there's a lawsuit that Ron Dupert was a plaintiff, got hit by a car in his car, and made some hellacious statements in court about why he should have special compensation because of a jaw injury. Now, we're going to find out if that's true. And if it's true, nobody else will report it. You know where you can hear it, right here on the all-new KQQZ or KZQZ, because you know I don't give a damn. But see, these elitists aren't so elite, are they? Jameson, again, you better sue me, you son of a bitch, if you say I'm lying with half-truths, and it's not half-truths. I've got all the case. I got all the cases from Sangamon County Circuit Clerk, and I'm reading. Domestic violence summons issued. Domestic violence summons issued. Do you hear that? And the plaintiff is his wife. I won't give her name because she doesn't need to be in this. The defendant, Douglas S. Jameson. Now, and I'm a bad guy? An extension for an ex parte order of protection is granted. An order of protection keeping him away from not just his wife, but from his children. And I'm the bad guy? You can get this all at Sangamon County Court, Springfield, Illinois. You can get all of it. Let's read through this. Court entry, motion for psychological examination granted. Order permitting psychological examination granted. Jameson had to get a psychological examination, and hey, I'm not running the party. I know I'm nuts. I didn't need a psychiatrist to tell me that. But here's good old guy with all this integrity, Doug Jameson. Here's another. And this is no big deal. Couple DUIs, driving under the influence. Must have been a pretty serious charge, though. $1,000 fine. This guy now, domestic violence. Couple DUIs. Now, what the hell is that? And I like this. Petition to expunge and seal the file by defendant Doug Jameson. Petition denied. He was so embarrassed. He was so embarrassed. But see, that's a serious charge, people. People die every day from DUI accidents. So don't take that lightly. There's another court docket for another DUI. Motion to expunge and seal on this one also. Guess what? Motion denied. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They vacated a couple other ones, I think. I don't know. So they always plead down some of the stuff down. So, and here. Order of protection. Domestic violence summons. Petition for order of protection filed. The respondent will not follow, harass, or threaten his wife and will have no contact with the family. Ex parte domestic violence order of protection granted. Order of protection signed by the judge. Another order of protection served by the sheriff. Violence, domestic violence are issued here. I'm just reading all the crap. Dissolution of marriage. Hell, I guess. Hell, that lady doesn't want to be a baseball. Hell, she could have married a ball player. Ball player could have used her for batting practice. I think that's what Jameson's game was. Unbelievable. But now here's where we get into order of protection, the sheriff's office, blah, blah, blah. Support setup fees, $98,237 for support payments. This man owed that much in child support. What does that tell you about his integrity? What does that tell you about his worth? Let me tell you what. I would have went out and not ate for a month to feed my kid. I would have robbed a bank to feed him if I had to. And this son of a bitch had jobs up in Springfield and wouldn't pay for his children. Not if I'm lying, Jameson, sue me. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to cost you money. I'm going to sue you for lying about me, lying about you, lying about me. If you can understand that, you idiot, and I could barely. I'm reading this off court documents, people. Circuit Clerk, Sangamon County, Illinois. And he says I'm lying. You people get online. Douglas S. Jameson. Get online. You'll see it all. You're going to say I'm lying with half-truths? Yeah, I am giving half-truths. I got other stuff on you, Jameson, that hasn't been verified. It will be the total truth. And you won't be happy. And your little boy there, Ron Dupert, ain't going to be real happy either when we expose him for all his activities. And I think most people know what I'm talking about. But you bastards come at me all you want. You got a fight on your hands from day one. But I want to thank not the Republican rank and file, not the good Republicans. I've talked with Republican people all throughout St. Clair County the last 2 months. Got a great response. They don't know who this Jameson is. Now they do know who he is, and I'm sure they're going to move I don't know why any decent Republicans would have anything to do with him. He's not representing the proud Republicans of St. Clair County. He's representing a group of 10, 15 elitists. The Mary Thurmans, the Bar Vivianos, the John West, that little group, and the decent people in O'Fallon know what I'm talking about. But going to censure Bob Romanik. Thank you very much. They're not going to have the Republican organization, not the Republican people, not going to have anything to do with me. Hell, I may send out a donation just for that. And Jameson, for you to lie and say you didn't want my support, you sure did until we found out who you were. See, people, this whole fight started. We were all together at first. Then we found out about Jameson. When I found out he didn't take care of his kids, that's number one. Kids and animals are number one with me. People, secondary. When I found that out, Roger Cook found that out. The leaders of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition found that out. I didn't care about these repercussions. I knew it was coming. I would be no part, and I will be no part, and I said in the paper, I do not want nor welcome the support of the Republican Central Committee as long as Doug Jameson has anything to do with it, Romanik said. And they're 100% right. And I don't want to pimp for the News Democrat, but you can go to their bnd.com for the video, but you can also pick it up on the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition Facebook page, where I told these bastards, these no good son of a bitches, going to tell me how I can talk when those brave military heroes give me that right, and these few little asswipe Republican bastards are going to tell me what I can say, when I can say it, and how I can say it. Tell that to the proud military heroes who died to give me that right, Jameson, you no-count piece of political crap. You and Bar Viviano and Mary Thurman, whatever that bastard's name is, John West, the Republican who does all the Democratic shilling work. And if I piss off people, don't care. I'm telling you the truth, people. I'm exposing these son of a bitches for what they are, hypocritical bastards. But don't ever tell me, Jameson, how to say, what to say, when to say it. Because those brave military heroes died to give me that right, you low-life piece of crap. And I'll be damned if they're going to die in vain, because I'm going to exercise the right that them and all the military heroes, past, present, and future, have fought to give us all the right, Jameson. And you have the same rights I do. Come get me, Jameson. Come talk about me. But in the meantime, remember your domestic violence. Remember your $100,000 of child support. Remember your DUIs and I would believe other cases that were dismissed, and we've got more things coming. Remember that as the chairman of the St. Clair County Republican Party, and as long as you're that chairman of that party, please censure me day in and day out, because as bad as a son of a bitch as I am, I stand head and heels over you, you rotten piece of political crap. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, insane broadcasting at its finest, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. I've got a lot of things sent to me, and I appreciate all the calls, all the emails, all the support, and I didn't know I had that many people supporting me. We also got something from Capital Facts. It's a newsletter in Springfield, and they've picked up on it. And one of the things that says, at a meeting called to discuss the future Republican politics on April the 6th, well, they wrote it down, Romanik said, F you to the Republican Party. Now, I got to say, I did say that. I most certainly did, because these bunch of idiots, what they were talking about was asinine. And it says he has intimidated political persons which whom he does not agree with threats of character assassination. Now, it ain't threats. It is character assassination. If it's true, I'm going to say it, but it's not been financial assassination like you Republicans are trying to do to try to squeeze money out of everybody. And Jameson, I don't want to talk about what you asked me for, because that was a man thing. You better hope I never bring that out. That was a man thing. So we'll let that lay for right now. Romanik said on his radio show April the 7th, malign the character of the chairman of the Republican Central Committee with materially false statements. You people, these statements aren't false. These statements aren't false. And the character? This guy's got no character. Romanik has stated to the St. Clair County Republican Central Committee event, and see, I tell the people what I'm going to do. I don't throw a rock and hide my hand. I did tell them I intend to give Democratic precinct committeemen $5,000 each to work their precincts in East St. Louis in the election. Because you got to have money to get cars out there, to get the votes out there. Not to buy the vote, but to get the vote out. And if these people are going to come out and help the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition destroy this culture of corruption, this democratic culture of corruption in St. Clair County, I'll give them $10,000 a precinct. Because that's how bad I want to get rid of these evil, no good son of a bitches. And Romanik is cause of the printing, public distribution, and mailing of tasteless images of public officials in contradiction to any standard of decency of our party. What hypocritical, ignorant son of a bitches. Don't tell me, hey, you guys get me going. I'll tell you about the one lady who borrowed some money, never paid it back to somebody. Another lady who got caught with somebody's husband. And you want to talk about me? The decency of me? You guys, please, we go down the wrong path, and I'll go all the way because I don't give a damn. And Romanik continuously uses profane language on and off the air in a political context that does not reflect proper decorum of the Republican Party. Now, somebody had to write that for those ignorant bastards because they're not smart enough to put a sentence like that together. Romanik has hosted a fundraiser for a Democratic candidate for county board. Yes, I did. This is a Democratic candidate, Larry Stammer, who got tired of the Democratic organization. He could have stayed as a Democratic county board member, but he couldn't take the evil anymore. He was coming over with us. He come out on Front Street, and I support anybody like that. I don't give a damn about a Democrat, don't give a damn about a Republican. But on this Capitol Facts stuff, it's really amazing. One comment was, so basically, Bob Romanik is Rauner, but with charm. Hell, if Rauner's got less charm than me, he's in trouble. Bob Romanik is getting the name recognition he needs using Trump tactics. No. Trump used my tactics. I've been doing this, been politically insane for the last 6-8 years. He's only been doing it for the last 6-8 months, but I'll take that as a compliment. He says, I'm sure the Democratic leaders look forward to having Bob caucus with them. Another one, sounds like Romanik is taking on the local Rotary Club mafia types. No, I want to apologize, sir, whoever you are, to the mafia. They're not as evil and as corrupt as this political crap in St. Clair County. I don't know Bob Romanik, but anyone who threatens the status quo this much must be doing something right, or they wouldn't be so upset. Oh, and Mary Thurman, by the way, you ignorant, she's the one that made this in the monkey court sign. She's got Citizens for Honest Judges. Got about 6-7 people. She puts this sign out. Money was donated. You know, they always got their hands out. And Mary Thurman, I don't know who the hell you think you are. See, they all want to be big shots. They all want to be big shots. So you guys, don't get me talking, because it's going to be like my face. It's going to be ugly, and it ain't going to be pretty. Another one, Bob is a great American. Thank you guys very much. Well, there are most of them, I guess, up in Springfield. But, you know, you hypocritical bastard, Doug Jamison, the leader of the St. Clair County Republican Party, you're going to destroy that party. And you know what, people? Here's the big thing. They don't want us to destroy the Democrats, because then they, the few elitists, not the proud Republicans of St. Clair County, the few elitists, they get knocked out of their positions. If they could control us, but that's why there's no Republican Party per se. All the decent Republicans have gotten away from this elitist crap. They sit up there and talk about how good they are. They got $30 in their coffers. They're good for about 50 votes. Nobody gives a damn about them, but they give a damn. See, that's their life. And our life is to expose and destroy this culture of corruption in St. Clair County. And I've said before, even before this, there's as much blame to go around for the Republican leadership, not the Republican rank and file, as there is the Democratic leadership, not the Democratic rank and file. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Doug Jamison, and the few people involved in the St. Clair County Republican organization for censuring me and don't want to be part of me, because, guys, I definitely don't want to be part of you. You've been hearing me people talk about these asswipes for the last month. We found out Doug Jamison's background. And see, I don't have a perfect background. I've made mistakes. And I'm going to make more mistakes, people, because I'm going to do something. I'm not going to sit on my ass. I'm not perfect. I'm going to make more mistakes. You hear me? But for these hypocritical bastards to sit back and be behind a man like Doug Jamison, I don't think the Republican Party of Springfield really knows what's going on. I don't think they would condone this whatsoever. I think they would condemn Doug Jamison, and we're going to see how that plays out. But they're not going to endorse me. They're not going to support me. That shows you what good Republicans they are. Apparently, they're going to support my opposition, which may help me get elected. And we'll talk about LaToya Greenwood tomorrow and about what her father's doing and how greedy they are. Roger Cook called, said he couldn't make it in today, but he definitely wanted to talk on this subject. And Roger will come in tomorrow, and we'll get that squared away, and we'll talk wherever we can talk. We only got an hour because I give myself a headache after an hour. We may start doing 2 hours. I don't know yet. But again, you guys can go to thebnd.com, go to their video. I told Jamison and his little organization that really stands for nothing. Stands for nothing but a few elitists who think they're elitist, who haven't done anything for anybody but sit there and talked. And that's why the Republican Party has been nowhere in St. Clair County. But now the Republican people, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, the New Vision Democrats in East St. Louis, the Cahokia Division, we're all going to unite, Jamison, you idiot. He said from day one that you got to be Republicans. No, we don't. We have to be people. We have to unite. We have to come together. He ran everybody out. Everybody that wanted to be part of their group to destroy this culture of corruption. Doug Jamieson, that complete political idiot, has run them out. And for him to say he's mad at me and they threw me out because I give Democrats money and I'm going to give them $5,000 for the general election, and guys in East St. Louis, I may give you $10,000. I got it to give. And if we can help destroy the culture of corruption, I'll take my hard-earned money that's not been made by the taxpayers, not been paid by the taxpayers like Barris Civic and Kern. I'll take my hard-earned money and I'll fight the fight. And together, people, together, we can make a difference. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll continue this censor story of Bob Romanik, and I love it. You know, it's like me being a Jewish guy and Hitler calling me up and saying, hey, you ain't part of the club no more. Hey, thanks a lot, Hitler. Don't want to be part of something that I hate, that I despise. So thank you, St. Clair County Republican Party, not people, but everybody listen to me. You understand what I'm saying. We have to unite. Don't let them divide us like Jameson's trying to do, divide Democrats and Republicans. We're all people first. Let's all the true Democrats, Republicans, the true patriots of this county. Let's all put our political differences behind us. Let's put them behind us, and let's all unite and to continue to expose this political corruption on both sides of the political aisle, both organizations, not the Democratic and Republican people, but the Democratic and Republican organizations. Let's unite and continue to expose these no-count rotten bastards. And at the end of the day, Democrat or Republican, we don't care. If they're not good for the people of St. Clair County, if they're not good for our country, if they're not good for society, we chop their heads off, their political heads, and destroy them. Politically, of course. No violence. Politically, of course. Right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is